Battling post-meal blood sugar spikes can be exhausting, especially when doctors warn about every bite. But what if the same vegetables you've always considered common could actually lower your blood sugar levels by 77%? Clinical studies here in the United States have revealed that certain vegetables interact with your body, slowing glucose absorption and keeping insulin spikes under control. They're not exotic or expensive superfoods. They're common, accessible, and in your kitchen. The secret lies in how you cook them. Imagine enjoying your meals without the constant fear of dangerous sugar spikes. Today, I'll reveal which vegetables really make a difference in diabetic health and why science supports them more than ever. Like the video so that as many people with diabetes as possible can watch it and discover this wonderful information. You know that moment after a meal when you're waiting, almost bracing yourself to see if your blood sugar will jump up. It can feel like a shadow that follows you every single day. But what if I told you that one of the most ordinary vegetables in your kitchen could actually calm those spikes? The truth is, many people overlook it simply because it feels too plain, too common. But sometimes the simplest things bring the greatest relief. The vegetable I'm talking about is broccoli, a green we all see in the grocery store week after week. For years, people just saw it as another side dish on the plate, something kids push away at dinner. But research right here in the United States is showing that broccoli has a natural power to slow down how sugar moves into your blood. That means steadier numbers, less of that roller coaster feeling after eating. One of the reasons broccoli works so well is its fiber. This fiber helps your stomach empty more slowly, so sugar doesn't rush into your bloodstream all at once. Have you ever noticed how a heavy, greasy meal makes you feel tired and shaky later? That's sugar rushing in too fast. Broccoli does the opposite. It helps steady the ride. And that steadiness can make a big difference in your daily life. But here's something people rarely talk about. Broccoli isn't just about sugar. It can also ease inflammation that makes your joints ache. If you've ever had sore knees, stiff fingers, or that dull pain in your back, you know how frustrating it is. Many diabetics say those pains get worse with high blood sugar. Broccoli's compounds can help calm that fire inside your body. And that's something worth paying attention to. The best part is you don't need to do anything fancy. Steaming broccoli lightly keeps its strength intact. Add just a drizzle of olive oil, a pinch of salt, maybe a squeeze of lemon. Simple, tasty, and powerful. You don't need an expensive recipe book or a complicated plan, just small changes, one plate at a time. But here's the catch. Most people don't eat enough of it to see results, and it's exactly here that many people go wrong without noticing. They'll take a tiny scoop once a week and think it's enough. But for broccoli to help with blood sugar, it needs to be part of your meals regularly. You don't have to eat it every day, but adding it 3 or 4 times a week can already make a difference. Imagine your numbers being calmer just from something as simple as that. Think about your own meals. When was the last time broccoli was more than just a decoration on the plate? Maybe it's been weeks or even months. But if you're living with diabetes, those missed chances could be adding up. And that's why today might be the perfect moment to bring it back. What do you think? Write in the comments the word balance if you believe steady meals matter. Here's a little tip I've seen help many people. Make broccoli part of your lunch instead of dinner. Lunch is often when people grab something quick, like a sandwich or fast food, and that's when sugar spikes hit hardest. A bowl of broccoli with chicken or even with brown rice can slow that spike down. Try it once this week and pay attention to how your body feels. But this isn't just about numbers. It's about energy. High sugar makes you tired, drained, and sometimes even dizzy. Broccoli helps keep that energy steady so you can do the little things in life, walking in the park, playing with your grandkids, or just getting through your chores without that heavy crash. And that's something every diabetic deserves, don't you agree? If you've ever had a day where your sugar jumped and you felt like your body betrayed you, I understand. Many people with diabetes share the same story. That's why I want you to share your own. What's been your worst experience after a meal since your diagnosis? Write it down in the comments. Someone out there might read it and feel less alone because of your words. Now, you may be thinking, I already tried broccoli and nothing happened. But here's where the detail matters. Overcooked broccoli loses its strength. Frying it with butter or heavy sauces can cancel out its benefits. That's why steaming, roasting lightly, or even adding it raw into salads makes the biggest impact. It's simple, but it works when done right. But this still isn't the full story. Wait until you hear what else broccoli can do. Scientists are finding that it supports the liver, which is like the control room for blood sugar. A healthy liver makes everything else easier to manage, and when your liver works better, your numbers follow along more calmly. That's a hidden benefit most people don't realize. Another way to enjoy broccoli is in soups. Blend it with onions, garlic, and a little olive oil, and you'll have a warm, soothing bowl that feels comforting on cold days. Comfort food doesn't have to hurt your sugar. It can be both tasty and healing, and when you eat something warm and calming, your stress goes down too, and that alone helps with blood sugar control. Keep this in mind, because it may be the difference between better days or worse days. Broccoli may not sound exciting, but it's steady, dependable, and powerful. That's exactly what someone living with diabetes needs. Steadiness, not more ups and downs. And sometimes the foods that look the most ordinary are the ones holding the biggest secret. So next time you look at that bunch of broccoli in the store, don't pass it by. See it as more than just a green side dish. See it as a little tool, a helper for your daily fight against blood sugar spikes. It's not perfect, but it's a start. And every small start builds into something bigger for your health. Did you know that many dishes that seem healthy for diabetics can actually be dangerous? Discover the recipes that really work. Stop feeling limited or insecure in the kitchen. My book brings together delicious and easy recipes, specially created to keep your blood sugar under control and add more flavor to your life. I've already helped thousands of diabetics eat better, feel happier, and achieve a lighter life with my book. Every recipe has been tested and approved by those who understand the needs of people living with diabetes. Click the link in the first comment of this video now and get immediate access to the book that will transform your meals today. There's another green that sits quietly in almost every American grocery store, but people hardly give it a second look. It's so common that many walk right past it without realizing the hidden strength it carries. For someone living with diabetes, ignoring this food can mean missing out on a natural way to calm blood sugar. And the funny thing is, you've probably had it in your fridge before without knowing how powerful it really is. The vegetable I'm talking about is spinach. Yes, that simple bundle of green leaves you see stacked in the produce aisle. Spinach has been studied again and again, and researchers in the United States found that it's loaded with nutrients that directly support blood sugar control. What might surprise you most is how it works not just with sugar, but also with energy, blood pressure, and even those nagging body pains. Spinach is rich in magnesium, a mineral that plays a quiet but important role in blood sugar. When your body has enough magnesium, it helps insulin work the way it should. Without it, sugar floats around in your blood longer, making spikes worse. Think about the last time you felt shaky after eating. Magnesium is one of those things that could help prevent moments like that. But that's not all. Spinach is also full of fiber, just like broccoli, but in a softer, easier to digest way. This means it slows down sugar entering the blood and makes meals feel lighter. You don't get that heavy crash after lunch or dinner. Instead, you get steadier energy. And that steady energy makes a difference in everyday life, from walking the dog to doing chores around the house. Here's something interesting. Many people think spinach is only good raw in a salad, but when you lightly cook it, it releases even more of its nutrients. Add it to scrambled eggs in the morning, or stir it into a bowl of soup at night. It melts right in, almost disappearing, but your body still feels the benefits. Have you ever tried it that way? If not, maybe it's time. But here's where many people get it wrong without noticing. They smother spinach in heavy dressings, creams, or too much cheese, and suddenly all the benefits are covered up. Spinach should be kept simple. A little olive oil, a squeeze of lemon, or even just a sprinkle of garlic powder is enough. Sometimes less is more, and in this case, less keeps your health steady. Imagine sitting down to a meal and not worrying if your sugar is going to spike an hour later. That's what spinach can do when you make it part of your routine. You don't need to eat a mountain of it. Even a cup mixed into your meals a few times a week can make a real difference. Isn't it amazing how something so small can help so much? And it's not just about sugar. Spinach is also good for your eyes, which many people with diabetes struggle with over time. Those tiny veins in your eyes can be affected by high blood sugar, and spinach has natural compounds that protect them. If you've noticed blurred vision after meals, this green might be one of your best friends, but this still isn't the part most people talk about. Wait until you hear this. Spinach also supports heart health. High blood sugar often walks hand in hand with high blood pressure. Spinach, with its potassium and nitrates, helps relax your blood vessels and keep that pressure down. It's like giving your heart a little sigh of relief with every serving. Think back to the last time you had a scare at the doctor's office. Maybe your sugar was high or your blood pressure was higher than it should be. It can feel overwhelming, but imagine going back next time and hearing, "Your numbers look steadier." That's the gift spinach can quietly bring. Write the word steady in the comments if that's what you're hoping for in your health journey. Now you may be wondering how to actually add spinach without it feeling boring. One easy way is to toss it into smoothies. Blend a handful with frozen berries, water, and maybe half a banana. You won't even taste the spinach, but you'll get all the benefits. It's quick, refreshing, and perfect for busy mornings. Have you ever tried that before? But here's the part that can change everything. Spinach can also calm inflammation. You know that sharp pain in your joints when you try to stand up after sitting too long, or the ache in your shoulders after a simple day at home. That pain often gets worse with high blood sugar. Spinach's antioxidants help fight that pain from the inside out. Many people don't realize this, but feeling stiff or sore is not just about age. It's connected to what you eat. And when you eat foods like spinach, you give your body tools to push back. Isn't it amazing to think that what's on your plate could be easing those aches you've lived with for years? That's worth trying, don't you think? Share with me in the comments, what's been the hardest pain for you since finding out you had diabetes? Maybe it's your knees, your back, or even your hands. Your story might help someone else who feels like they're alone with their pain. And here, no one is alone. We're all in this together. But let me give you a little secret. Spinach is even better when paired with healthy fats. A drizzle of olive oil or a few slices of avocado help your body absorb the vitamins inside those leaves. Without that fat, you lose part of the benefit. That's a detail almost nobody mentions, but it makes a huge difference. Here's another tip for you. Buy fresh spinach when you can, but don't be afraid of frozen. Frozen spinach keeps most of its strength, and it's easy to toss into soups, stews, or casseroles. Sometimes convenience makes the difference between eating it or skipping it altogether. And skipping it means skipping the benefits your body needs. But don't stop reading here, because the story gets even better. Spinach has natural compounds that help protect your nerves. Many diabetics struggle with tingling in their feet or hands, that numb feeling that doesn't go away. Spinach's antioxidants can help reduce that damage over time. It may not fix it overnight, but it helps protect you for the future. And that's something important to remember. Diabetes isn't just about today, it's about tomorrow. Every small choice adds up, and spinach is one of those small choices that can lead to brighter tomorrows. Think about it. How powerful is it that such a simple food could guard your eyes, your heart, your joints, and even your nerves? If you've ever thought, "I'm too old to change," let me stop you right there. You are never too old to start making better choices. Spinach is soft, easy to chew, easy to cook, and gentle on the stomach. It's made for people of every age, and the older you are, the more it gives back to your body. Doesn't that feel like hope? Now, some people may say, "I don't like the taste," but here's a truth you'll want to remember. Spinach takes on the flavor of whatever you cook it with. Mix it with garlic and olive oil, and suddenly it's rich and savory. Add it to soup and it melts right in. You don't even notice it's there. So taste doesn't have to be a barrier. But this is the detail that almost no one talks about. Spinach also helps with digestion. If you've ever felt bloated or uncomfortable after meals, its fiber keeps things moving gently. That comfort alone is a blessing for many people. And when your stomach feels better, your whole day feels better. Isn't that something worth trying? Think about how much life could change if you weren't always worried about your sugar, your pain, or your stomach. Spinach can't do it all, but it can be one small piece of the puzzle that makes life smoother. One small piece, but one that fits perfectly. And sometimes that's exactly what we need. If you're already eating spinach, tell me in the comments how you like to prepare it. Maybe you have a recipe that could inspire someone else. And if you're not, write the word "try," because maybe this week will be your first time adding it back. Either way, your words can help someone else take a step forward. Now, let's be honest. Change isn't always easy. You might forget, or you might not feel motivated. But here's something to remember. Every meal is a chance to start again. You don't need perfection. You just need progress. And spinach is one of the easiest, simplest ways to start. The next time you're at the grocery store, look at those green bundles differently. See them not just as leaves, but as a partner in your fight against diabetes. A partner that's been there all along, waiting for you to notice. And maybe this time you won't walk past it. You'll pick it up and take it home, and when you do, remember this. Spinach is more than food. It's comfort, protection, and strength packed into something simple. It's a reminder that small choices still matter, even when life feels heavy. So give it a chance. Your body will thank you, and your future self will too. Before you go, I don't want you to miss what I'm about to share next. Right here on the screen, I'm leaving another video that dives even deeper into how to eat smarter with diabetes. This is the kind of information that most people never hear at their doctor's office, but it can make a real difference in your daily life. If you skip it, you'll never know the simple food swaps that could save you from another painful blood sugar spike. And trust me, once you hear them, you'll wonder why nobody ever told you before. So don't just stop here. Click that video now and give yourself the chance to learn something that could make tomorrow easier and healthier. It's waiting for you, and I promise the details will surprise you in the best way possible. Go ahead. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. Your health deserves more than guesswork, and the right foods can change everything when it comes to diabetes. So take the next step with me. Click the video on your screen right now. Before you forget, before the day gets busy, before you put it off again. See you there.